We have a series of earthquakes, about 17 of them, concentrated in a small area in the Reykjanes Peninsula of Iceland, around the lake Krýsuvík. And as you can see here, the timing was interesting just a few minutes ago, and the concentration of them in a certain time. And that was it. When we look at the data closely, we see the depth of them is interesting. I have marked them here. You can see the depth of the 5 to 7 kilometers, and the magnitude is written here. They're quite small, and when we plot them on a chart in 3 dimensions, you can see that they are restricted to a depth of the 7 to 5 kilometers, magnitude relatively bigger compared to what we have in this area. And in that area, we don't have any earthquakes at the moment that is as big as that. Although we have the Svartsengi swarm rising gradually in the middle, you can see that. And the location of them indicates these are related to the Krýsuvík volcanic system, a nasty big volcanic system. When the movement in this peninsula happens, the Krýsuvík and the adjacent volcanic systems, there are fault lines, they have to accommodate this. Through the transform faults, as you see here, and this is the jagged line of the transform fault and the normal faults. Transform faults are those ones in the black. I've marked them, the movements of them in the Eurasia and the North America. Eurasia is toward the right. When they pull apart like that, the earthquake happens. And this is the exact definition of this kind of, rupture. When such a thing happens deep in the earth, these blocks of the rock, these slivers of the rock, down to the mantle of the earth, softened at the depth, of course, create this sudden jerky movements. We know they are not related to the magma movement, because when we look at the GPS data for this area, this is Krýsuvík data, you cannot see any change in the GPS data due to the accumulation and rising of the ground due to the accumulation of the magma. Adjacent station also doesn't show anything like that. These are the definition of the word tectonic, and this is what we see here. Sudden, jerky movement which creates rupture and breaking apart of the earth crust. That is tectonic. This is the definition of the rupture, breaking or bursting suddenly. And this is the AI image created when you describe it. Such a thing, something like that. Of course, at the depth, no gap between them. But that is a tectonic rupture of the Krýsuvík to accommodate the movement for the peninsula.